Oh, good morning, folks. It's Wednesday, February 20th, 2019, 0600, 6 a.m. I currently have 33 degrees with some ice. I just took a look outside, and it is kind of nasty, very slick. We got about an inch of snow or so where I'm at, and on top of that, we're getting some icy rain. We're going to have a high today of 43, so hopefully most of this will melt off. But anyway, the important thing is this morning it's very slick and hazardous, so be careful. Did I mention it was 6 o'clock in the morning? I might have missed that part. Anyway, 6 a.m. So just be kind of careful as you're headed out. Don't want anybody to get any accidents. Let your car warm up a little bit before you go if you have the opportunity, and just be safe. So I was reading some articles about women who have gone from various countries, the U.S., Canada, Britain, to support ISIS. And now these women are having, buyer's remorse and are wanting to come back to their home countries. We don't have a law here in the U.S. that would prevent that. Some countries do. We could certainly, if we let them back in for the Americans, we could let them back in. We could prosecute them and put them in prison for whatever crimes they committed. At a minimum, giving aid to, terrorists. Some of them have been involved in other things. So many of them have children. But the question I have is, should they be allowed to come back at all? They left their countries to go support or fight against their homeland, and now they want to come back. So, just kind of curious what you think. Should they be allowed to return, and if so, what should happen to them if they do? I understand second chances. Many of them were, in their mid to late teens when they were enamored with the idea of going to support whatever they considered they were supporting at the time. And people make mistakes. And I'm not forming an opinion on it right now because I want to know what other people think. So if you get a chance, give me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation. Should people who leave their homeland to go support or go whatever to foreign countries for terrorism be allowed to return to their homelands? And if so, what should happen to them when they come back? That's about all I can come up with. No, there's this guy who was, I wish I could remember his name. He ran for a congressional seat and lost. He had a video called Dumpster Fire. He was one of Bush's aides. He thinks that Donald Trump is mentally ill and should be removed from the presidency under the 25th Amendment because he alleges that Donald Trump had a hissy fit when Congress wouldn't give him the money for building the wall. So that's something kind of worth pondering. I think he's still wanting to run for office, but 25th Amendment is kind of I don't know who these people think they are or what degree they have in mental health or whatnot, but I don't know how they're coming up with this stuff. You can't tell whether a person's necessarily off their rocker or not by having a hissy fit or whatever. I will say this: if Donald Trump is mentally ill, he's done a fantastic job, and he would be a poster child for people who are mentally ill being able to accomplish things. Oh, and then there's that guy that thinks he's a woman in the GameStop store who talking about throwing hissy fits, trashed the GameStop because somebody said he apparently has a rap song out about it. This guy was just scamming the system to begin with. It was all about just scamming it. Anyway, don't go watch his video though. I've not watched it. I've seen about it. I've read the comments about it for people who have watched it. I'm not going to give any credence to it at all by watching it. So don't make these idiots famous. But he did make a video about his situation, and just confused people. Anyway, enough rambling on of that. Just be careful with the weather today. If you got to get out in it this morning, please be extremely careful. I don't want to read about you in the paper as a statistic. So that's what's going on at this time in this place, and we will